Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom to 144,000, the rest of the elect out there. Yes, we're back at it again with these IUIC guys. Anyway, this is a video. Palm Pay technology is not the mark of the beast. Yes, that's true. If you can, if they change everything and you take a fingerprint, you got to pay through your fingerprint, which links up to your bank account, or your palm print, which that's at certain stores. I know it's in Whole Foods, and I believe all of the stores have that. I believe all of them do that. The palm, palm scan. That's not the mark of the beast. Okay, the mark of the beast is when they actually take a device, which we call the chip, and they insert it in your right hand, left hand, forehead, or butt cheek. I said that for a reason. So anyway, so I'm going to title this video, I thought the MOTB meant sin in all of its forms. Now, this is a video. What I did, I put in IUIC, the mark of the beast, and a bunch of videos came up, some from 7 years, 8 years ago, some from 2 years ago, some from a year ago. This is one of the more recent ones, and this is in New Orleans, 8 months ago. Now, if you go back 8 months ago, 10 months ago, a year, 2 years, or if you really go back 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago or so, there was a big controversy between us at GMS and IUIC, and not just IUIC, but ISUPK. We were going back and forth with the ISUPK over the mark of the beast. General Yohanan said the mark of the beast, the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast. But if the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast, then that means he's not going to get a crown if he took the mark of the beast. When the Apostle Paul comes back here on the scene, he's going to be destroyed because he took the mark of the beast. He said, Solomon, this is what General Yohanan said, Solomon took the mark of the beast, and the beast wasn't even around. The beast was a future prophecy that Daniel had, which came after, long years after Solomon had died. So it's impossible for King Solomon to receive the mark of the beast when there was no beast at that time. The beast came about with the Roman Empire. So, so right here it says Palm Pay technology is not the mark of the beast. So please don't ask me when they say we're going to change the whole system around. You got to use your palm to pay for it. You got to get a what do you call it, picture, whatever, digital picture of your palm. So anytime you go to the store and use it, watch how many people, is that Tahor, Elder Apostle Tahor, is that talking about the actual market? No, it's not. Can we actually do that? You're going to have to do it. If they do away with money, everything goes to a CBDC system, which is a central bank digital currency. Now there's a video. Let me see if I have it up. I believe this is it. Let me do this here. Bear me for a minute.
All right, guys, there is a concern out there.
This is it. This is a Full Spectrum Survival. He does very good videos. This is the last one he did. You can see I subscribe to him. It says, warning, banking run, something big is going down. Now, this is what I'm going to do real quick. And I'm going to come back to the IUIC video. Let me put on captions. I should just go to manuscript. So let me mute this. It's fair use. All right, guys. All right, guys. There is a concern out there. And the community right now that the U.S. government may stop people from being able to go to the banks and take money out of their checking accounts. Here's the concern. And this is, he's not the only one saying it. There was another video that I watched when they said they're going to stop you. You can't take out money from the bank. Okay, here's the concern. A position, according to The Economist, being pursued by the U.S. government may allow the country to stop you from being able to make proven. See, when you see an Edomite, you can pretty much go. You know, if it's Jake saying it, you got to double check Jake. When the Edomite says it, he pretty much on point. Hey, look, when you got to fix something, there's many things that I fixed that broke, maybe in my house. Maybe the car, something happened to the car. I go to Google, I put I put the description as to what's wrong. My car is doing this or my car is doing that. But it'll always be an Edomite man that'll say that's this, and if you do this, that, and the third, it'll fix it. I had a situation in my bathroom with a thing called, you know, when you go to the bathroom and you got the regular water that comes out of the spigot, or I think you call it a spigot, that goes into the tub if you're going to take a bath. But when you take a shower, you press that thing down and it comes out of the shower. That's called a diverter. So I put the described it on the YouTube. There's a whole bunch of videos with Edomite men that said this is a diverter and this is how you fix it. And I watched the video and I did what the video said, and I have that was months ago. You ain't gonna see Jake do that. You rarely see Jake do that. But Edomite, he'll do a video and he'll break down the science. So I'm kind of saying, I'm not saying, well, I don't know, this guy, he look like he lying. He an Edomite. But I've seen this on other videos. You see the climate that we're in. But Jake is the last motherfucker to get anything. They're like, why the hell did that happen? Nigga, if you was watching the news and had your head out of your ass, you would know what the hell's going on. You would know what's coming down the pike. And IUIC and IUCPK and any other group, they got a lot of explaining to do when they actually make it mandatory that you got to get the chip. The chip keep coming up. It says you from being able to make proven bank withdrawals. That means you have access to your banking account. You have your ID. You have everything ready. It would effectively freeze your bank account as current. Or once you put money in the bank, by the way, that's technically not your money. As currency fears and are increasing, we have another reason why they're setting up the whole Karagma system, CBDC system, is to monitor what you spend on. You know, you got the current president Biden. What is it? I was watching a couple of videos where they said the side hustles are going. You know how if you're a mechanic, you maybe work for a mechanic shop, and then you got a little side mechanic shop at your house, and you do little side jobs for people. That's going to stop, and what's going to stop it is the CBDC. So they're going to tax you on everything that you make, and then there's certain things they're going to stop you from buying. Oh, you don't need that, you know. So we're coming to a digital prison system. The bars are going to be the digital system. you would have nothing and be happy about it. It says we have currency experts warning right now that economics in the United States of America are on a perilous path. They say the current administration, Biden, may have found a way to lock down your checking account. Literally, you go to get some money, your car break down, you got to pay the tow guy. You go to the bank, get some money, you can't get the money, and the guy's looking at you. Look, I told you shit all the way up from 50 miles or whatever, and you ain't got no money for me. I said, well, my bank. So you better, y'all better keep your eyes open, man. You better get with the program, especially you, IUIC. You keep following Nate. He's the Pied Piper of wickedness. The Pied Piper of wickedness. Because he's leading you down a path where there's no return. This is serious, man. And see, these guys get mad. They always talk about getting on the IUIC. The reason why we're getting on the IUIC is because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is on us to get on you. I didn't want to get on the IUIC. I said I want to give you guys a break. But I can't. I can't. Come on. Literally banning withdrawals for you people that are slow. A withdrawal is when you got money in the bank. You got $1,000 in the bank, let's say. You want to take out $500. You go to the ATM. You put in your card. You put in your code, and then the money comes out and gives you a receipt. You took out X amount of money. Withdrawal from the banking system. The report explains that a further decline in the M2 money supply. Now I'm gonna look up M2 money supply. What does it mean by the M2 money supply? Matter of fact, let me do this. And ultimately, this whole thing is going to lead to the MOTB. The CBDC is going to come first, and then the MOTB. Okay, this is 51 seconds in. Okay, so we're waiting for the. Okay, where is it? Okay, here it is. The M2 money supply. So we're going to look up the M2 money supply. Oh, if y'all been keeping up with the gold, gold is currently, give me a second, 1 day. A couple of days ago was over $2,406, $2,408, and it jumped in a couple of 2 days. It declined. It's kind of going back up, but it declined down to $315 maybe a couple of hours ago. Let me see. Yep. This is like. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. It went down to $2,315 U.S. dollars. USD meaning U.S. dollars. But if you go back, let me go back 5 days. 5 days ago, it was 2,400, and really it went up to 2,400, almost $10. So from $315, we're talking almost $70. Well, here it is right here. negative $73. If you know how to read these charts, I mean, this is easy to me. And then you got people panicking. I won't panic. If I had to buy gold and it went down and up, you just sit on it. You sit on it until it goes back up. What goes up must come down, and in gold and silver, what goes down must come back up. Okay, so now we're going to the M2. Oh, I was checking this out. Bear me for a minute. Donald Trump, the American Nero. Wait, so who is Nero? Why Donald Trump really is like Julius Caesar? Yeah, more like Nero. To understand Trump, we should look to the tyrants. What Donald Trump and the Roman Emperor Nero have, I guess that's in common. Because he is Nero. I've been saying it. You know, let's see. He should get back in office. And if he gets back in office, I would say that's Nero. And this time when he comes back, he coming back tearing shit up. He's going to usher in the War of Armageddon. Okay, now we're going to learn something. Put your economy hats on. Okay, M2 is a measure of the money supply that includes cash, checking deposits, and other deposits readily convertible to cash. You get a check, you go to the bank, you sign off on the check, endorse the check, you give it to the banker, they give you X amount of dollars, right? So a check is money before it gets cash, right? It says such as CD. CD is a what is that? Certificate. The certificate of deposit. That means you put X amount of money in and you let it sit for 6 months and then you get interest on it. I remember back in the day, you get 4.5%, 5%, sometimes even 6%. Now you get 1.5%, maybe 2%. It says M1 is an estimate of cash, checking, and savings account deposits only. So what is the M2 money supply? It's how much money is in the system and in the banks. If you have what's called a run on the banks is when people get panicked and they run to get the money out of the bank. And guess what? The bank, when you go, and once they do the run, you go, they ain't got no more money for you. So now they have to put a cap on it. They have to control it. Let's come back to him. So I'll read it from the manuscript. I like reading it from here for some reason. It says, a further decline in the M2 money supply. So what is the M2 money supply? It's the amount of money in the form of cash, checks, CDs, saving accounts, checking accounts, and so forth, right? If I have an account with $10 million in it, and I go to the bank, I said I want to take all my money out, you ain't getting that money. Because guess what? They ain't got no $10 million. See, this is what you got to understand. And let me say again, that all this money problems will lead to the CBDC. They know exactly, if you buy a Snicker bar, it's going to be deducted out of your system, out of the CBDC. And they know, oh, this nigga brought a Snicker bar in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn at a damn Arab bodega at 4:22 p.m. And then the nigga hopped on the train at such and such a street and he went uptown to Manhattan. And he got with his girl. And he took her out and they went to the movies. They saw this movie, they saw Civil War, then they went to McDonald's or whatever. They know exactly, they're going to track you, dumbasses. And ultimately the CBDC is going to go into your body. That's called damn, I haven't said it in a long time. What is it? Biometrics. Look up the word biometrics. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it for you. Biometrics. Biometrics.
According to Homeland Security, a biometric is a measurable biological and behavioral characteristic that can be used for automated recognition.
Okay, so now let me come back over here. In other words, it's something that they put in your body. Okay, so let me come back over here. Anyway, you can watch the rest of this, but they're telling you that they're gonna, you can only get so much money out of your account. All right. So now let me get ready to land this plane. Okay, let me let you hear this guy and show you that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They changed their they change up too. What has Bishop Nathaniel been saying about the MOTB? He said it's sin. That means you commit sin. It's Christianity and it's sin in all of its forms, whether it be political or religious. And he's talking about the people. At one time he said, "Oh, that's talking about corporations and countries, right?" Now look at this. I open up. Let me do this. Proverbs 24 and 21. My son, fear thou Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given the change. Right? Now this is what I notice. Oil change in auto service. That's the spirit. Oil change. You got to change your oil. You're looking kind of rusty, boy. You need some oil. What comes to mind? The 10 virgins, 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. Because they didn't have oil. They lost the oil and didn't change it. So this is the spirit. The spirit made them walk and set up over here where this could be in view, clear view, oil change. Either they got no oil or they got bad oil. The viscosity is gone, baby. Anyway, let me let you hear this and then I'm going to close.
Of Israel. So this is talking about the holy Jerusalem, right? The kingdom of heaven. The only way you get into those gates is you keep the commandments. Okay. So guess what? The mark of the beast is not a microchip. When it says those that buy and sell great and large, it's talking about countries and nations. How do they do that with their policies and embargoes?
That's right.
Bro, you need to learn more.
You just heard him. That's old school breakdown that they did back in 2016. I'm gonna let you hear it again. These guys are winging it. These dudes are winging it, man. Now you can say, what are y'all, all y'all motherfuckers, GMS guys, y'all jealous of the IUIC. Well, let me see how jealous we're gonna be when they actually introduce it. A lot of you niggas are gonna get caught up in this. If you're not of the elect, you're gonna take that chip. Straight up. Let me bring that back. This is an old school breakdown. Maybe he didn't get the memo. So let's listen.
Of the children of Israel. So this is talking about the holy Jerusalem, right? The kingdom of heaven. The only way you get into those gates is you keep the commandments. Okay. So guess what? The mark of the beast is not a microchip. When it says those that buy and sell great and large, it's talking about countries and nations. How do they do that with their policies and embargoes?
That's right.